I warned her. I don't even remember the exact words I used, but the meaning was clear. Go to that party and our marriage is over. I said it calmly, even as my chest tightened and my hands shook. I wanted her to understand, really understand how serious this was. This wasn't jealousy. This wasn't control. This was a boundary I could not let be crossed. She smiled, that faint, almost infuriating smile she often used when she thought she was clever. Relax, Wasim, she said, brushing it off as though it were nothing. It's just a work thing. I'll be fine. I should have stopped her. I should have insisted, bargained, done anything to make her stay. But I didn't. I told myself I was trusting her, that I had to let her make her choice. Deep down, I feared that letting her go would show weakness. I feared confrontation. I spent the evening waiting at home. The house felt heavier than usual, shadows stretching across the walls like something watching me. I tried to distract myself, TV, a book, even a half-hearted attempt at cooking, but nothing worked. My phone buzzed and my heart jumped every time. Work emails, a missed call from her. A strange text from a number I didn't recognize. I dismissed it at first, telling myself I was imagining things. But then the subtle signs began piling up. A message left unread. Her voice tight and nervous when I asked who it was. A lipstick stain on her scarf she claimed she hadn't noticed. The faint scent of perfume, not hers, lingering in the hallway. I began to question myself. Was I overreacting? Was I being paranoid? Maybe I had misread everything. Maybe she really was just at a work party. Then came the accident. I was scrolling through our shared calendar when I noticed an entry she had hidden. Dinner with Ravi. I didn't know who Ravi was, but something in me tightened. I tried to shrug it off, telling myself that maybe he was a coworker. But the unease stayed gnawing at me. By the time I decided to drive to the venue, a gut-wrenching premonition had settled over me. The streets were quiet, the kind of quiet that feels like the world is holding its breath. I parked across from the hall, my heart hammering, and I saw her laughing, leaning close to a man I didn't know. Their hands brushing in a way that felt intimate, private. I froze. The image seared into my memory, the casual ease, the joy she had reserved for me now given to someone else. I wanted to run, scream, grab her, demand answers, but I couldn't. My body betrayed me with numbness, shock freezing every instinct. Driving home, the silence in the car was unbearable. I replayed everything in my mind. The early mornings she claimed were spent at work, the late nights she said she was tired. The smiles she gave me that now felt like facades. Every memory stung. Every promise felt like a lie. That night I confronted her. We sat across from each other at the kitchen table, the dim light of the lamp casting shadows on her face. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I simply asked, why? Her eyes filled with guilt. I just wanted to feel something different, she whispered. I didn't think it would hurt this much. I didn't want to ruin us. Her words should have comforted me, reassured me, but they didn't. Instead, they clarified everything. This wasn't a momentary lapse. It was a choice, a deliberate action that she took knowing the line I had drawn. I realized then that I had two options. Let this destroy me or reclaim my dignity. I chose the latter. I told her we needed space, real space, not the fragile pretenses we had been living under. I moved out for a while, stayed with a friend, and began piecing myself back together. The pain was raw, a constant companion, but so was the clarity that came with it. I could no longer let someone else's betrayal define my worth. Months later, I think back on that night with a mixture of sorrow and relief. Sorrow for what we lost, for the intimacy that will never return. Relief because I survived it, because I learned that boundaries are not suggestions, and that respect, both for oneself and from others, is non-negotiable. I don't hate her. I pity the part of her that couldn't see what she had in front of her. But more importantly, I respect myself for having the courage to walk away from the chaos she chose over us. The lesson is simple. Love isn't just about holding on. It's about knowing when to let go, and having the strength to reclaim your life when someone betrays the trust you gave freely.